Heavyweight, second degree black belt. Jonathan O'Brien, blue belt. Here at 10th Planet Springfield, we're working on A3 of our Granby's warm-up set. This one's going to start from a shot here. Alright, so we're going to start on our feet on this one. You're going to work on your double legs a little bit. So keeping a good resting stance, nice split stance, pretty wide. One leg forward, one leg back. Our lead leg is going to step in between as we lower, get to both legs. Our partner hits a good sprawl, hips are down and in, and grabs the body lock on us. My head, I need to pick one side or the other that my head's going to go to. I'm going to go to my left, so my right hand's going to be a little bit in the middle. My head goes to the left a little bit, and I'm going to sit to my right hip and keep my elbow back. This elbow bumps his arm a little bit. Keep good posture. And then I turn the corner, getting my left arm around his waist. Okay, from here, Jonathan's going to grab my wrist on that side, and Granby knees to knees over his shoulder that's closest to me. When he does that, he's going to turn the corner, throw his arm around my back, and I'm going to hit a wrestler switch. My left hand is going to cross my body as I lift my right knee and sit all the way through, jamming my right elbow down over his arm. And then my hand is going to go in between his legs to pull me around the corner. Okay, so my right hand pulls and I turn the corner. From here, my right knee is going to go in front of his right knee, and I'm going to take my seatbelt. From there, I'm going to lean. I want to put pressure on this shoulder so that he wants to turn and roll underneath as I drop to my hip. So I'm going to lean on his shoulder. Boom. My right leg kicks through, and then my left leg comes over the top. As soon as this happens, I'm trying to get to his wrist and chop my choking hand right underneath of his neck. So clear out the wrist, pushing it straight down, and chop right underneath of his neck here. We can trap his arm, punch all the way behind his neck. Your goal is to have the point of your elbow underneath of his chin, and this hand to never go in front of his face. This is always a bad idea, okay? I don't want him to grab it. So I'm gonna punch with maybe not like a full-on punch, because sometimes you do end up hitting him in the side of the head. So kind of knife it through. So my right hand is gonna go to my left bicep. At the same time, my left hand is going to chop right through behind his neck, here. So my right hand goes to bicep, left hand goes to my right shoulder, and now when I take a big breath, and I'm going to turn towards the mat to get the tap. Then we're going to rewind back to our seatbelt. He's going to leg press into me, and I'm going to kick him over. My left leg comes out, my underhook side arm, underhook side leg is going to come out. My right leg stays a deep hook, left leg butterfly right behind his knee and kick him over. I want him to turn over so I can get a nice triangle around his bottom leg. From there, we're going to kind of rewind what we did in our last video. We're going to go shoulder hook, bring the arm, the choking arm out, and then follow right underneath, forcing the march. Let's move more center. All right, so we forced the march. Now we're going to bolt cutter. My left arm is going to trace the same path as my right arm, just going to be in opposite directions. Here. So my right arm and my left arm are in opposite directions, but following the same path. Pulling my elbows towards my ribs and rotating away from Jonathan, I'm going to break his grip. Sliding to a baseball bat grip. Palms facing away, my elbow is in his armpit. I'm going to take his arm behind my head, and then I'm going to sit up to it and grab his shoulder. So I take the arm behind the head, And then my right elbow is going to pull back as I sit up. So now I'm up on my forearm, and both hands are holding his shoulder, locking him in place. Now my left hand is going to scoop his head. I'm going to force my hips forward and pull him in for the finish. Okay. One more time. Yeah, just like that. Yep. All right, guys, that's A3. We got one more, A4, coming up next. Finger guns.